Hey everybody, what's up? It has been a while since I've done one of these, so I figured I better. I had done one, but then it got outdated, so I had to wait. Now I did another one. So this is podcast number 6 of Back to Bagpiping, and I am Beth Ritter-Guth, and I'm so glad you're here. So thank you for stopping in. I know some of you have been asking when I was going to do another video, so here we are. So what I wanted to talk about in this video is kind of like what I've been doing and where I've been going. And I've been a little bit scattered because there was so much to do. There is so much to do, right? I have to learn my grace notes. I have to, work on fine tuning my skills. And I want to learn new tunes. So it's, the holidays are coming up. And excuse me, I realized that when I played pipes the first time, 20 some years ago, I didn't learn two different kinds of tunes. I never learned any Irish tunes. And two, I never learned any Christmas or holiday tunes. So I belong to Mackay and they play Irish music, as does Celtic United. So I've been learning some Irish tunes. So that goal has already been met. But I don't know any Christmas tunes, I mean, and they look fairly simple, right? So, one reason and I'll have links to everything I talk about tonight. But one of the reasons why you should subscribe to, Matt Willis's, he's my pipe teacher. One reason you should subscribe to his Patreon is that, at the one level, you get, I can't remember which level it is, you get copies of this sheet music to Pachelbel's Canon in D, which happens to be one of my favorite tunes ever. I have always loved that tune, and I love hearing it at weddings, and when I hear it over the holidays, I'm in love with it. I love the version that they do with Trans-Siberian Orchestra. So Matt has this amazing thing, and when we had lessons this week, he told me it took him 18 months to write it. It's 4 parts. And it's hard, like no joke. It's not hard because of the grace notes. Usually when a tune tanks me, it's because I'm like, oh, how do I do all that? But it's not that. It's just because of the way the tune is and the melody that kind of goes throughout Pachelbel's Canon, the Pachelbel Canon, the way that the tunes go. The way that the tune goes is just a lot of really quick movement, and it's one of those tunes that's a little hard to commit to memory. So I will put a link to Matt's Patreon below, so that if you want the music, you can get it. And honestly, you should really support him on Patreon, because he really does a lot for the piping community. He's got a million videos on YouTube. They all have PDFs. They all have samples and MP3s, and like anything you would want to know about bagpiping, like whether you're starting brand new or whether you're coming back to it after, being retired for so long. Like, he's the guy to go to it. And in some ways, for me, the biggest struggle has been like, where do I start and what do I focus on, right? Because, I can pick up bagpipes. I can play them. I can play them at funerals. I can play them at weddings. It all came back to me even after being gone for so long. The tunes have come back to me, but also my bad habits came back to me. So I've really been conscious this time around to make sure that I work on it. And then it's like, well, what do I work on? And I'm the kind of person, I'm like type A perfectionist kind of person. Like, what do I work on first? And it's really been hard to kind of like settle down and like pick, okay, I'm going to work on my doublings. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on my doublings. The first thing that I worked on with Matt was just even working on my burl, right? Like I do a tap pull. There's the 7 and another one. And I try to learn the others, but I learned tap pull from Scott Walker 100 years ago. So that's the one I do. But I was missing playing them correctly in tunes. And so I really wanted to start with, something that I know I can do. I can do a burl, so I know I can do that well. But I wanted to make sure I was playing it in the tunes I was supposed to be playing it in. Right. So now I'm working on doublings and it's really like, I want to learn everything at once, and that is really the hardest part, is trying to learn everything all at the same time. You can't do that, right? So you really can't do that. So I really had to, kind of set, like, here is what I'm going to work on. And I want to work on tunes while I'm working on, technique, because the tunes make it interesting and make it a lot of fun. So, Matt's examples all have like a little tune that he goes over as you're learning whatever thing you're learning. So that makes it helpful. And then, I'm trying to like just, build on tunes that I never got to play the first time around. There have been a whole lot of tunes written since I was playing before. So that's been, sort of the plan and the goal. I will say that I've been very frustrated with myself because I am a perfectionist, and I get very upset when I don't do things absolutely perfectly, and that's a little hard. Like you have to give yourself time to learn, right? And as a professor, I know that. Like I tell my students that all the time. But like every other professor I know, like we feel like once we're at the stage where we're teaching other people stuff that we should be perfectionists ourselves. And that's not really true. Like to be a good teacher, you need to be a good learner. So I set time aside. These past few weeks have been very, very crazy busy in my personal life and in my professional life. So I haven't been able to devote as many hours as I was before. But now, the semester is slowing down, and so I have a little more time now. So I'm really working on Pachelbel's canon. I don't know, is it Pachelbel's canon or Pachelbel canon? I don't know. If you know the answer to that, put it down below. I think it's Pachelbel canon, in D, as opposed to, C or D or A. So that's what I'm working on now. I am excited that my kilt from USA Kilts will be here soon. And that's in my family tartan of Clan Young. They're Border Scots, so I can't wait for that to come. I also ordered a ladies kilt because I do attend events where I'm not attending as a piper, but I'm attending as somebody who's Scottish. So I ordered a ladies tartan, and and the thing that goes with it, I don't remember the name. Is that called a shawl? I think is the official name, or we used to call them plaids, but I don't think for women they're called that. So that's exciting to just be back into it. And I last night we had a band practice for Mackay, and I was lamenting that I don't know any Christmas tunes, and the pipe major Kent started playing some. He has the electric chanter, which is what I asked for from Santa. I can't have bagpipes. At least I want an electric chanter, right? Because then I could play all day long and I don't have to breathe. But the breathing is good because it keeps me honest. But he just started playing them, and I started playing them with him, and I realized that a lot of times I've learned pipe tunes, especially from my brother, because this is how my brother learns pipe tunes. I learn pipe tunes from watching people, and I've learned that with Matt too. I mean, I kind of knew that because I asked Matt to play tunes with me, especially if I'm learning seconds or something like that. But I learn from watching other fingers, and so like he just like lifted up because he's got this, digital chanter, so he could lift it up and I could see what he was doing, and then I just started playing along, and we played like 6 Christmas tunes, and I was like, oh, okay, I can do that. That's not so bad. So that gave me like a little boost because I was feeling bad about my doublings, and and just I am a perfectionist. I had this goal to compete this summer, and I want to get it all right and perfect, which it's not going to be right or perfect, so I need to get over my ego, get over myself. So I just need to work diligently through my tasks. So that's what I've been up to. I'm excited about the holidays coming. I'm actually leaving shortly to go to, I'm on the board of the Appalachian Long Distance Hiker Association. We have our board meeting this weekend, so I get to go spend some time in the woods. They've said I could bring my pipes along, so I get to play pipes for some hikers, which, it's combining 2 of my loves. And so I'm excited about that. And I'm just really grateful to have the opportunity to be doing this again. And the two bands I'm in are awesome, and the people are fantastic in both. So I get to spend a lot of great, a lot of time with some really great people. So that's a lot of fun. So I hope you all have an awesome Thanksgiving. I will try to be more regular about producing these videos because I've gotten a lot of compliments. I had no idea people were even watching them. So if you have any ideas of things I should talk about, please let me know. And I hope you have a really, really festive holiday season. Thanksgiving if you're in the U.S., and whatever holidays you celebrate in December if you are in the U.S. or abroad. So be well. Take care. Bye-bye.